Abortions have been essential to women's health care for centuries. They are necessary for a safe and healthy life for women. With the overturn of Roe v. Wade, I feel it is important for people to know why abortion rights should be protected. Abortions have had a long and sordid history with this country and the whole world, but they are necessary to protect women's mental and physical health. Abortion laws started to come into effect in this country during the 1820s. Before then, abortions were allowed as long as they happened before what was referred to as the quickening, which was the movement of the fetus that happened around the 4th month of pregnancy. Reproductive care was unregulated during these times, with most healthcare professionals being not male doctors, but Black and Indigenous midwives and nurses who were trusted to bring life into the world. Many of the anti-abortion laws were started to control Black enslaved women to keep them pumping out babies. The law started to take hold just after the end of the Civil War, with a coalition of white male doctors with the aid of the Catholic Church taking the lead. By 1910, abortion was outlawed everywhere in the U.S. In 1973, Roe v. Wade happened, the court case that helped establish the legal right to gain abortions. But this still didn't help women of color gain fair and equal access to abortions across the nation. The Hyde Amendment, which was passed in 1977, halts federal Medicaid dollars from being used to cover abortions, which has particularly restricted the reproductive freedom of Black and Latino women. Abortions have been happening in this country for centuries. If anti-abortion laws continue to grow, women's lives will be in more danger than ever before. Abortions being criminalized is dangerous for women in this country. It has sent this country even further into its maternal mortality crisis. Research has found that with abortion being criminalized, the death rate for women will increase by 24%. It's even worse for Black women, with the number being 39%. This just further proves the fact that anti-abortion laws will continue to negatively affect the lives of women in this country. And criminalizing abortions does not make abortions stop. They only make them less safe for the women who seek them out. Women have a history of doing what needs to be done, and where there is a will, there is a way. Unsafe abortions happen every day, and the need for them has risen with the bans and restrictions on abortions. Abortions have always been hard for women of color to gain access to, and now with abortion restrictions happening in many states, things are just getting harder. In 13 states, most abortions are now banned, with more states passing stricter laws every day. And most of these states have high populations of people of color. These laws will negatively affect the way they live their lives for generations to come. This country has fallen a long way from protecting women. Forcing women to have babies will have a negative impact on their mental health. In Texas, a woman named Marlene Estelle suffered a miscarriage at 9.5 weeks. She was told that the fetus didn't have a heartbeat and that her pregnancy was no longer viable. She asked her doctor to perform a D&C, a dilation and contraction, which is a standard medical procedure for women to help prevent infection and long-term health problems due to a miscarriage. But she was denied and told to try and miscarry at home because the heartbeat bill had just passed. She stated, "It was emotionally difficult walking around knowing I had a dead fetus inside. To think of what she had to go through, holding a dead fetus inside her body and being told that she had to wait to have it removed, is absolutely horrendous." When a 10-year-old in Ohio was raped and became pregnant, she and her parents sought out an abortion, but they were denied because it broke the state's 6-week abortion ban. She was forced to go to Indiana, where thankfully abortion is still legal up until 24 weeks. But can you imagine being traumatized so much as she was at such a young age? Being raped, then finding out you were pregnant, then told you couldn't have an abortion because lawmakers have a say and what happens to your body. Protecting the reproductive rights of women in this country is the most important thing we can do to help protect women. In conclusion, abortion is a human right and should be protected as such. When this country starts taking away the rights of its citizens, our democracy starts to break down. Thank you.